Howdy lab partners, and welcome to Hobby Collab stream. Zach and Meg here,
Hi.
As always. And today we are doing Seraphon. Seraphon's super popular army. I think like everybody wants to paint this army.
Or at least they did for a minute. But I think they still do.
I think they still do. I think a lot of them are realizing it's not the easiest army to paint.
No. It has a lot of room to be creative though.
Yeah.
Like, you get really flamboyant with these things, which I enjoy.
Yeah, it can definitely be a flamboyant army. I think we're taking it in kind of a flamboyant direction. That's a lot of what we're going to be talking about today. Meg, take us into what we're talking about today, speaking of which.
Yeah, should we play the video or do you want me to go over it?
Let's talk about what we're about to look at.
All right. So I am working on my Raptadons.
Here, we'll put them at...
There we go.
Yeah.
My Raptadons. I was painting literally up to the minute of this show, trying to add some more color choices. But these are the hunters and the chargers. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to try out different priming bases. And so you'll see that it's the exact same color scheme, but half of them, I think it's the hunters. Are the hunters going to be our primed black? One of them.
The chargers are black.
Chargers are primed.
No, chargers are white. Hunters are black.
Chargers are primed white, and hunters are primed black. And two reasons why I wanted to try this. One, to experiment, right? I think it's a cool thing to demo. Yeah. As well as for myself. So there's that. And then also, I do this thing where I like to have differentiators on the battlefield.
Yeah, it's good, of course.
Yeah, like they look like they're from the same army, but they're slightly different. Yeah. Ever so, they have different color skin like us. And I did this with my Tyranids. So my Tyranids that gave off now I can't remember the word. Synapse. Yeah. Where one had one color carapace, while the rest had a different color carapace. So I'm kind of trying to do the same thing here.
Yeah.
To make it easy.
And so the primer thing is interesting. Now let's jump into this video. Meg has prepared a video showing what she has gone up to, how she got to where she is right here, which you just saw. So let's take a look at this. Meg, tell us what's going on in this.
Sure. So in the first shot, you can see how they've been primed. It's pretty straightforward. But I go through each color on its own. So this first color is from Cuttlefish, and it's called Vegas Nights. And I wanted to, just demo the difference between the white and black primer. It's a huge difference. With the black primer, I had to go over it like twice at least. I think that first shot was only one coat. When I come back with the pink, you'll see the second coat of the Vegas Nights. But this pink coat is also from Cuttlefish. It's called Kiss and Tell. And really, when it was airbrushed on top of white, that was like one layer. I really didn't have to go back and redo it on white.
And the Cuttlefish paint is actually not particularly opaque either.
Not really, but yeah, I mean, look how vibrant it is on the white. The orange is Luminous Orange from AK. And then the yellow is Phalanx Yellow from Citadel. And actually, I was surprised at how well it went on the black. I mean, it still isn't as bright. It looks a little green, which is
Phalanx Yellow, such a good yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Citadel makes good yellows.
Yeah, it's super bright. And then I kind of went over this. You'll see my models again. I decided I didn't really care for these light colored scales on their back. I'm going dark. But that's the gist of how I got here.
Let's jump back to this view, and you can kind of see where things are at now.
So I wanted to add some dark areas to the frills, just to give some contrast. I don't want these things to be just crazy colors. I mean, as much fun as that would be, it won't read well. We need some contrast in there. So I do want to have some dark areas. There's some other color choices I need to make today, and I'm probably going to be asking chat.
Some options, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, while we're here, why don't we talk about what this all comes from, right? Megan and I are doing this army together, and we want to. We discussed a bit how we want this army to happen, like what we wanted it to look like. Yeah. Megan is mostly going to be painting the large dinosaurs and the mounts, like you see there. I'm going to be doing the grunt work of painting the grunts.
The grunt work.
The grunt work, which
they're cool too.
They are super cool, and we'll talk about what we're doing with them as well here in a second. But let's take a look at some of the inspiration we had for this, some of the inspiration you had.
For the Raptadons.
For the Raptadons, yeah. Right. Talk to us about your art board here.
Yeah, so, I mean, colorful birds are always a good inspiration, but specifically I like birds with a lot of contrast for this. I like the way the birds are actually mostly black in these pictures, but it really pushes the neons forward. And there's like a million cool birds in the rainforest that you can look to for inspiration, so I highly recommend checking out Planet Earth for some good inspo for these types of colors.
Any of the jungle episodes on like a Planet Earth type show, David Attenborough can't stay away from like bower birds. He just like gets into their nests and hangs out pretty much.
Yeah.
So jungle birds, of course, good inspiration.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about Lisa Frank.
Yeah.
I think maybe over at Hobby Titans, but yeah, Lisa Frank is the bee's knees. I love her, and I grew up loving her, and she's insane. Look at this; it's insanity. But that's the aesthetic. That's like what I kind of want.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm toning it down with some of my darks, but I want color. Like, I want these to just look crazy.
I'm always, you and I were kind of talking about this the other day. I'm a really big fan of any aesthetic that just goes all in.
Yeah.
And so Lisa Frank, Barbiecore, anything like that. That's so hot right now because of the movie coming out. Anything like that where people are just like, okay, I'm just going all, I mean, even super like gothy stuff, right?
Yes.
Wherever people just don't stop. They don't put on the brakes at any point. Those are like my aesthetics. I don't like subtlety in these kinds of design aesthetics.
She is just 100% fever dream.
I love it.
And I love it.
Yeah. Okay, and last but not least.
And synthwave. I mean, so we've talked to some of you guys about what is going to be the inspiration for our Seraphon army, and we've brought up synthwave quite a few times. And so this is why I wanted to pull in some of those darker colors, because it really just makes these vibrant colors pop. So I'm probably going to add some more darker colors as I go along to these dinosaurs. But
nice.
synthwave, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we'll take a look at the artboard for what I'm working on in this army as well here in a second. As Meg gets started, I'll show you guys what it is that I'm going to be working on here. I'm actually working on like I said, the little guys. And this won't show up too great, but we'll eventually get you guys pictures. That's okay, actually. We'll eventually get you guys better pictures. So what I'm doing here is all the little guys. And Meg, if you can hand me the bright Raptadon that you've got going, or bright. It could be.
You want one that I've painted?
Yeah.
The one I'm.
Sure. It can be this guy. Our plan here is that.
Here, let's. No, this is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our plan here is that the riders, the skinks, and the sauruses, are actually going to be pretty dark. But I have a lot more to do here. So we have 3 shades of skink and eventually Saurus. And Croxagores, Meg, I actually think we'll talk, but I think we should do sort of a blend of these styles somehow.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I've done here is I've primed this skink black. Then I did a Zenithal highlight of gray, AK gray primer on him. And then I took a paintbrush of the gray primer and I hit very carefully. Let me show you. I painted his little frills here with the gray primer, knowing that I'm going to be going in with a contrast to tint the whole thing. I also did a little bit of a dry brush over the scales to get highlight going on that. Now that I know what I'm doing next, I don't actually need to do that step in the future. That was kind of like we weren't quite sure where we were going to go with it, but now that we do, I won't do that step. So then last thing I did before I tinted him, this guy's been tinted, by the way, Citadel Contrast Doomfire Magenta. Before I tinted him, I used my favorite, AK Titanium White. And what I did with that is I hit him on the face a little bit, just to bring his face out a little bit more. And I also did... Oh, I did a quick airbrush to hit kind of the back part of the frills here, like the tips, but I actually don't think it did just the tip. I actually don't think it did a whole lot for the tip. So I probably won't do that again either. And that's okay. That's actually great to learn when you're painting an army. You're like, oh, that step doesn't really have good ROI, so we'll pass. So here, real quick, I'll show you. There is Doomfire Magenta Skink. Here is Croxagore Scale Skink.
I like that one.
These are the 3 skink and Saurus colors we're going to have. And last but not least, actually maybe least, is Majos Purple Skink. So 3 traditional synthwave colors, magenta or in pink, kind of the Doomfire magenta, purple, and turquoise. And there's the purple guy. The purple one, interestingly, needed 2 coats of the purple.
Of the contrast.
Of the contrast. Interesting, right? Which is funny because we've been finding out that like lighting-wise, purple can be hard to get to show up on the back of our wall. Mm-hmm. So what I'll be doing today...
lighting or lightning?
Lighting, I hope. Painting-wise, actually, let me go back here to this view of me here.
Oh, okay.
Painting-wise, what I'll be working on today is actually kind of exciting. These guys actually have a lot of little scale bumps on their back, which I never really thought that the skinks did, but they do. I don't know why I thought they didn't, but yeah. Bro, they do. So what I'll be doing is putting contrasting colors on these back scales. So the turquoise skink is going to get luminous orange scales. These are all AK colors here we're using. The Doomfire magenta skink, this is actually probably my favorite, is going to get luminous green. And the purple skink is going to get lemon yellow.
Pretty.
Yeah.
So you're doing complementary color combos for your skinks.
Yes.
Yeah. I really like the scales on the dinosaurs because I just have ideas for what to do with the cracks, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I wanted to do here where I added blue. And I'm not going to say he was right, but he was right. The white ink with the blue over it was just sort of like not quite working.
Yeah, one of our mods, Soups, brought this up.
Don't say his name.
What? Why
Don't
not?
give him credit.
No, when he said that, I was like, I know, I agreed with him.
She won't listen to me.
Because I've done that before on the Asurani Avatar of Cain, and it is hard. But what I did to fix it, I knew you weren't going to be able to do, was you can actually tone it down if you go over some of it. If you bake it into an early step.
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
then you airbrush
time.
over it. You can airbrush, and you can actually mellow it out quite a bit. Yeah.
I'm actually I know. And then Saray left his Liquitex ink that's really bright blue, and I was like, that's just not quite what I want. It wasn't quite sitting the way I wanted, so I actually just went opaque with it. And when I do the rest of these, because as you guys will see, like, I only painted one side, so like here's the side I did, and the other side is not painted. So I have a long way to go. This is more of like a proof of concept thing, but I don't want to do it on both sides in case I hate something and then have to start over. So yeah, I did not actually like the way the ink worked out, and I just went over the whole thing in blue. And starting over with those little feather call-outs in yellow, which I'm liking so much more right now. Sorry, my voice gets so quiet because I start doing this.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, folks, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. We got over 1,000 subs this week.
Yay!
And a lot of it was thanks to help from our community.
You guys made that happen.
If you are here and you haven't liked the video, please do. And if you're here and you haven't subbed, please do. I promise you're not going to regret it.
He promises.
Yeah, I think I can promise you won't regret it. I was thinking about that for a second, but yeah. I'm gonna stick.
We're gonna stick to that. You're not gonna regret it. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have fun. You're gonna see a whole bunch of zany hobbying.
That's right.
And maybe, just maybe, you'll learn something new.
Just maybe you'll learn something new. So yes, please do sub. Tell your friends and family.
Yeah, tell your grandma.
Yeah, tell somebody you think will understand YouTube, especially.
Yeah, like your grandma.
That's true. My dad's been super into YouTube, and he's almost 80.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
Nick Denty mentioned earlier, I just want to throw this out there before the stream starts. The best option between white or black primer is both. And yeah, I mean, I agree with that, and that's kind of how you primed yours.
That's what we did here with the
skinks. Yeah. I went into this knowing that the colors would show up better on the white primer. And that it wouldn't have built in zenithal, right? And that's fine because for me, I had this other goal of differentiating the models on the table. You could definitely get both models looking identical no matter what the base is if you want to paint fully opaque. But I think most of us, or I'm just going to throw this out there, I think most of us who airbrush big armies, like, you don't necessarily do that. Not everyone has the time to do that, and you rely on airbrush to get a lot of your colors in.
That's right.
Yeah. Elijah Patrick says, "What's up, the Hobby Collab? It's dino time," which it is.
Yeah.
It is definitely dino time.
Yeah, we'll be, we were kind of talking about this today. We said, we don't have a rush to finish fully painted armies here.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is really nice. And so if I, if I don't say something like, yeah, you'll be able to see these guys on the table soon, you'll have to forgive me, but that's not quite what we're doing here. And instead, we're going to take our time and really paint this super cool army. But we are going to finish it, and probably the big reason, more than any, is because, quite frankly, we don't want gray plastic. Oh, Meg, I just left that scene.
Oh, that's
so
okay.
But the thing,
come back.
The thing is that we absolutely do want to finish it, and it's definitely something we'll probably be working on while we hang in Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who was able to hobby hang with us yesterday. We Ogre Barbarian tossed out the idea of doing a hobby hang on 4th of July, and we totally forgot it was 4th of July.
Yeah.
We've been a little busy.
We had no real 4th of July plans.
So we spent it with you guys, which was great.
It worked out pretty good, yeah.
It was nice. I actually recorded what you guys saw today while I was hobbying yesterday. So you helped us get our work done, too.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen yet, we have a poll about rainbow characters. So take a look. Give us your vote. We'll probably check on that at I don't know, maybe at 5 we'll do the poll results. What do you think, Zach?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Or should we let it go all stream?
No, we'll check in around 5. We're probably, what time is it?
I don't want to swing the vote. I guess we'll give our opinions after it's revealed, right?
Of what we thought was the best.
Who's our pick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh man, this yellow is I'm on the purple is the one I started with.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Pretty
Yeah, pretty
neat.
cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really liking. Right now, I'm picking out the feathers on the Raptadon's chest with yellow, so they're really popping out of the blue, and I like it a lot better than what I had before, and what's on our Instagram, which is not quite what it looks like anymore.
Yeah, we'll have to update that.
We do what we gotta do.
But there he is.
Oh, yeah.
You can't really.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It's gonna pop.
Okay, so I'm rather than do the other 2 yellow, I'm gonna move on and show you guys the next one. I'll do a orange one here, or he's turquoise, but he's gonna be getting turned orange.
Okay, so here's me working on the neck feathers. I don't know if you guys can see. What's the focus like? I think it's all right, yeah. But, yeah, this is the black primed model. So the yellow looks a little green, which is pretty standard. When you add black and yellow together, they make like this olivey green. It's kind of weird. Everyone wants it to be like, why isn't it orange? But really, to do that, you just got to add orange. Yeah.
Folks, we are still doing our super chat special.
Yes.
And so please do just add us some questions.
Please do.
Ty says, congrats on getting over 1,000 subs. Stream Marathon was super fun. What else can we do to help the channel super chat keep going?
Thank you for asking that. Yeah, what's been happening in Discord have been rally cries for streaming us in the background when you're not doing anything or when you don't need to actually pay attention to the TV. Just toss us on and that'll rack us up some points. So some view hours, some points. We need 4,000 view hours, which is a lot. I mean, we only have 10 videos and a lot of those are like under a couple minutes, right? Mm-hmm. So we just need help getting view hours at this point. There's 1,000 subscribers if everybody watches. If everybody watches like 2 or 3 hours of content, then we're good.
Yep.
Which is a lot to ask. But anyways, just turn us on. Ooh, and you'll help us out a lot by doing that.
Meg, I can't tell which one of these luminous oranges is the airbrush one and which one's not.
Well, squeeze out a drop.
I did. I still can't tell. I squeezed out one from both.
Oh, well.
Wish I had. Which one have you been using, or did
The
you?
one that when I squeezed out the drop and it was more viscous, that was airbrush.
No, less viscous.
No, viscosity is how runny it is.
Oh, okay.
Am I right? Chat,
Yeah,
will you?
Yeah,
will
you are.
Fact check me.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this luminous orange is not working. Not surprisingly, actually, on this teal. So I'm gonna have to find a different orange.
A different orange? What about? I mean, I only have luminous.
No,
orange
I
in
have.
front of
I
me.
have.
Oh,
others.
okay.
I have others over there. Yeah.
Molecule Cody says, not to brag, but I'm like really good at regret. So that's a big promise. Because you said no regrets. You won't regret it. Well, I think
yeah.
Molecule Cody. Molecule Cody recently changed his name, so we might slip up a little bit. But yeah, no, you won't regret it. We know you pretty well. We think you'll be happy. Let's see. Broken Chef says, hi, Zach and Meg. Hi, Broken Chef. It's so good to see you. I'm glad that you enjoyed having your fan stuff in our highlight reel. How are you guys liking the highlight reels? Are those fun to show up in your feed? I know I really like making them. I really like pulling quotes out of context for everybody. I think that's very fun. That's my jam.
Pulling quotes out of context.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised that I'm going to have to do 2 layers of orange, but...
Yeah, the orange was kind of tough. Well, because yours are dark. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't surprise me either.
Right.
Yeah.
I could, yeah. I'm trying to think how I could do white, but then I'm still just doing 2 layers.
Elijah Patrick says, yeah, of course I had fun for the first 20 minutes before I had to go do 4th of July stuff. Hobby Collab, you guys should do it again. So next 4th of July, we'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, we want a hobby chat, like casual. This is a little more formal. But we do want a hobby chat more often. Whenever we have time. This, again, is a 2-person operation, pretty much. Except when we're lucky enough to get to do marathons and our friends help us out. So yeah, if we want to free up more of our time so we can hang out with you guys more. So hopefully we get monetized soon and we can hire people to help us do all this stuff.
Yep, that is the goal. Okay, Meg, how are you doing?
We got some smiley faces and hearts. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, fun.
I love that. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm going to switch to the white primed, what is this again? Raptadon.
Raptadon,
and
yeah.
paint the feathers on the neck again.
Yeah.
And then I'll see how they look next to each other.
Yeah, this orange, so I'm doing now, it's actually, AK calls this cadmium red.
Oh, yeah. More hearts.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I like the hearts.
So I'm doing cadmium red, and it's not quite as vivid as I might want it to be, although it still looks good, but I think I'll just have to go over with the luminous orange. But orange paint's kind of, I should have known. kind of famously iffy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
That's a good question. I don't actually know. I should have looked it up. Because, yeah, the orange, I think, was the most difficult to put over the black, actually.
Yeah, orange kind of
It took
famously...
3 coats.
Orange kind of famously doesn't go over black well. Typically, you try to put it over white.
Well, sometimes you gotta experiment.
No, you're not wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, but it is kind of... I know that's sort of the method I've learned is to, like, usually try to put it over top of white.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that. Like, if I had time, maybe I would have pulled out some of these pieces in white by brush first before airbrushing the colors. But
Yeah.
I really wanted to stay true to the concept, which was just prime in black, prime in white, see what you get.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah. It is great. I like trying new things.
All right, babe. Oh, Megan, sorry. That's what's going on.
Sorry,
I just put you.
Flip it.
I just put you back on. Here, actually, we'll do this guy.
This one.
Yeah.
All right, cool. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let's get some more orange. Let's clear out some more orange before our poll.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Umi says not to color the vote.
No, speaking of.
But which Zord was your favorite in the OG Power Rangers?
Oh, I know
5
this
OG
one.
plus Green Dragon plus White Tiger.
Okay, I love Trini. Trini was the saber-toothed tiger. I think because I liked the cat. I liked the saber-toothed tiger, but
Okay.
I liked Trini. I don't remember exactly why, but I just thought she was cool. And I liked yellow. I didn't like pink. I wasn't into like girly things. I was very anti-girly things. And then I remember standing in line at Toys R Us when those big stuffed dolls came out. It was like giant stuffed dolls with plastic heads. So, if you did want to sleep with it at night, you'd probably like bonk your head on it. But I had a Trini doll. What about you, Zach?
I remember Power Rangers being like this thing that when it first started getting advertised, I was like, oh, that's very interesting. Like, I've not seen anything like this. It was coming. It was like going to be a Saturday morning cartoon show, or like alongside Saturday morning cartoons because it's not a cartoon. Mm-hmm. And I remember being like, okay, I'll watch this. And I remember kind of being into it, but also being like, whoa, this is ridiculous. I'm not sure how into this I am. And I never really was. I never really got that into Power Rangers. I was getting a little
old. You were
old.
a little older than me.
Yeah, I must have been like 13 when it came out.
Yeah.
And I just, like, you and I have talked about this a lot.
I think I would have been in like 6th grade.
You were the oldest of a younger family, and I'm the youngest of an older family. And so, like, my brother was sneaking me in to watch, like, SNL and stuff, right? When I was, like, 10, 11, 12, I was watching adult things. And you just had a different experience. And I don't know that your parents watched a lot of that kind of stuff either. So, I remember it kind of coming out and being like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching cartoons all through high school. Like, it took me a while to get out of kids shows. So I'm not surprised that I watched it longer than you. But I remember growing out of it fairly fast.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, it was a little weird. Like, it came to us from Japan, right? It's just a different style than we were used to.
Yeah.
I think the parts that they Americanized were more relatable, and then the parts that weren't were kind of like silly. Like what were they? The putties. They would just like hop around like this in their like putty outfit. I'm like, why are they scary? And then what was her name? Wasn't
Rita Repulsa?
Yeah, like that was all dubbed, and it looked a little goofy.
Yeah, yeah.
And she never won. I always kind of felt bad for Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was a fun show.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I mean it's been like around now forever. I know there's
It's had spin-offs and stuff,
new
right?
iterations of it and everything. So
it's not something I watch.
It's just something
anymore.
I kind of missed the boat on. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But Okay, 5 o'clock. Yeah,
It's
so we'll
5.
close our
Let's
poll.
Close that poll.
But speaking of Power Rangers, clear winners.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, somebody finally voted for the Wuzzles.
Somebody
Aw.
did finally vote for the Wuzzles. I actually didn't know
Wuzzles.
really what that was.
Yeah.
Care Bears. Yeah, it looks like things that people know a little bit better. We've all heard of Rainbow Bright, but I'm not really sure I can tell you exactly what Rainbow Bright is.
I wanted to throw in like a weird one, just in case, you know, because I'm like, yeah, I could do all the standard stuff, but somebody out there might be like a big Wuzzles fan. And apparently, one person must think so.
Which one of you voted for
Yeah,
Wuzzles?
who voted for Wuzzles? I liked Wuzzles. It was like the characters were these
really remember it.
like animals that were mixes of animals.
Okay.
Yeah. And they had wings, and I was like, they're cute. I don't remember what they did, but I liked it. It was like there were these cute shows like that would come on, like My Little Pony and Care Bears and Wuzzles, and I'm forgetting some more, but Rainbow Bright. They like all attracted me. So I was like, oh, cute animals. I'll watch this.
Strawberry Shortcake.
I think I did watch Strawberry Shortcake. I think Rainbow Bright was like all about fighting like sadness with colors. That kind of thing. And then Care Bears. Yeah, Broken Chef said it first. Care Bears stare. Also attacking evil and darkness with their rainbow bellies, I guess.
Right.
What was your favorite from this list?
Man, I don't think I liked any of them.
Great.
Not that I disliked anyone, but I don't feel like I really watched any of these too much.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's why Power Rangers won.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck are these other shows? Yeah. Laura Brand, how bad was John's brush after the marathon? Is it dead? God, I hope not, because I'm pretty sure that was Saray's brush, right? What did John bring his own brushes? Does John own brushes?
I don't think he brought his own, so I'm pretty sure it was somebody else's, either one of ours or Saray's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we didn't give him a good one. Like, he did not touch my Opus brushes.
Yeah, but John did fine.
No offense, John. You did great.
No, John did great. Yeah. You know,
but we weren't gonna like
he dove
saddle
in.
him with
He
something
really just
scary.
dove into something totally new.
Yeah.
And was like, cool. I'll come do that with you guys.
Yeah, it was super fun.
It was super fun.
I really loved producing with John. He's just so funny. We both get so giggly. So it was fun sitting next to him and messing with him.
Giggly, yeah, I guess that's a good word for it.
Well, what other word would you give it?
No, it's just funny.
Be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a great job, and it was really fun. Everybody did a great job. It was exciting.
And I don't think he broke the brushes.
No, we're actually finishing up that army now. I think all that's left is a little bit of work on the Dreadnought, actually, and then that'll be getting sent off to Polychrome over in the EU.
Who is not gonna strip it?
Yeah, who's not actually gonna strip it?
Promise.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was such a what a moment.
Nick Denty says, guys, I have an idea for a rebrand of the highlights episode. Call it Just the Clip.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that.
We might have to use that.
Liberty Fires, Zach, do you have any guidelines for grilling etiquette when attending as a guest? I always bring protein that I want grilled, but I find I'm the only one who does that in Virginia. I've never heard of that. Is that what you do at a barbecue?
He brings like steak.
His own food? Is that normal?
Well, I have to say I'm not necessarily. So I feel like it's a great idea, but without it being pre-set up, I'm not sure I'd be okay with it either.
Like, I would want to, if I were grilling, which I would never do,
right.
I would want to know if somebody's going to bring something. And I'd want to know why. Like, if they're vegetarian, then you want to keep a part of the grill free of meat, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to do that. Or if there's an allergy or something, you want to keep things separate.
Right.
also,
Well, he's
like,
saying-
I don't know what I would think. Like, if I'm like, oh, I prepared all these things, and this person brought their own food without telling me. What does that mean? Am I really that bad?
No, I know. I think there's like a world where it's kind of being imagined as like a, and this is I guess how Liberty Fires is approaching it.
Right.
He's saying like, hey, you know what this is it's like a, this is like I'm showing up, and it's like an open grill, and everybody can just like throw some stuff onto the grill,
Oh,
and we
sure.
grill it and share it. I'm guessing he shares this.
Okay.
But
A lot of assumptions here.
yeah, there are some assumptions here, but I'm guessing he shares it, and yeah, I agree. I would, in that kind of a world, in that kind of a setting, I think it's okay, but that's not like normal to me, Liberty Fires, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would call ahead for that.
I would call ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I bring anything to grill? What kind of stuff?
Or,
yeah.
I'm going to bring something to
Yeah.
grill.
I'm wondering if you're bringing like classics, like are you just bringing like pre-made burgers? Are you bringing like little sirloin steaks?
No, I hope
are you
he's
bringing like bratwurst, or are you bringing like
things that the grill master is grilling, just
right
to be weird.
That's the issue. Okay, here, look, I'm gonna say that I think this view probably will demonstrate what's going on here enough.
Yeah.
One thing I'm realizing, I used a yellow on the purple guy, and I used a luminous green on the magenta guy, and the end result is too similar for me. So I think I'm going to have to switch the green to Moot Green, Citadel Moot Green, because they're just, these are just way too similar.
They are pretty similar. What if you put, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, they're way too similar.
Yeah, but that's why we're doing this, I guess,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. So yellow is going to stay yellow on that guy. And then the orange I went ahead and did finish. So that's looking better.
Great.
But it is going to take 2 coats for the orange.
Okay.
The luminous green looks good, but just too similar to the yellow. I might just use the luminous green. Actually, its coverage was a little bit better.
Do you want me to go get you Moot
Oh, sure.
while the camera's on you?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
But get the layer, not one of the airbrushes,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, so I'm digging how these guys are going to come out, hopefully. Well, I'll say I'm digging them currently.
Yeah, they're cool.
So there's the orange.
Oh yeah, Moot will come out way better.
Yeah, I think it's going to.
And then
I mean, it's clearly green.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there's the orange. I'm also going to have to go in and like recess wash, which is going to be a nightmare.
Ty asks or says, building a tactical squad and assault squad without jump packs. Oh my gosh! I don't, that means nothing
Yeah.
to me, but that's what he said with that face. As I watch along, what old school units have a special place in your heart? I'm gonna say this question is for you because I didn't start. Well, I mean, I didn't start playing 40K and until 7th ed, but I did play Battle Masters. So do I get to call out one of those models?
I mean,
The ogre.
the ogre from Battle.
Ogre from Battle Masters.
Yeah.
Pretty funny looking.
I guess we're talking about just like it's an old model. I guess honestly for me, Vespid. I still like the Vespid the old metal Vespid. I have 20 fully painted, and Vespid are kind of funny. They, as far as are they good or not, and would you use them? You typically rotate. Brett and I were actually talking about this with the Tetras as well from Forge World for Tau. They typically rotate from like, oh my gosh, these are like, even I couldn't even take this in a narrative game with a straight face. Their rules are just so embarrassing. Like, what were they thinking? To, oh wow, these guys are like really good. And this last edition in the last Tau Codex, they fell into this slightly different place where I was like, wow, they're pretty good, but not as good as all the other things, or many of the other things, which is, I guess you could say, a good problem to have, but not for the Vespid. So I guess for me, Vespid. That's a good one though.
Broken Chef says the shortened stream is great. Great. Hopefully other people find it useful as well. Captain Mannering says, so we need more innuendo. I mean, that's always a good idea.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do a stream clip of just innuendo because people might find that annoying.
Well, we do
the shorts.
We did a short.
We
like
do the
that,
shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some shorts coming out. Oh wait, no, that came out today.
Yeah.
Yeah, the innuendo short. It's pretty good if you're into that kind of thing. Let's see. Soups. First day back at work tomorrow. Sad. Only for most of my team to be in a department meeting that I'm not in. So looking forward to getting more painting done. Tomorrow's our day off. Tomorrow you and I are taking a day off.
That's right, we are, yeah. Some content's still going to come out because we scheduled it. But we actually won't be working on anything.
So we say.
So, well, yeah.
No, we're not going to. What are we going to do tomorrow?
I don't know. I mean, realistically, I might paint.
Oh, we were going to play AOS in the morning, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
We're going to try to squeeze that in.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to a happy hour.
Honestly, I'd rather wait for the new book to come out.
Oh.
Saturday.
I need to practice my rules, no
Yeah.
matter what book I have. Is it like, it's not going to change my Soulblight rules.
It's gonna change, yeah. I mean, you're gonna have a whole new lore of magic that's really good to cast from.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we might as well just wait for the new book to come out.
Alright, so then what are we going to do tomorrow?
I don't know.
Oh, we're going to watch The Orphanage.
Okay.
Yes. We're going to watch The Orphanage. I'm going to go to a happy hour.
Okay.
I don't know what else. We should go swimming. The
yeah.
world is our oyster. You know what else we need to do?
What's
laundry. We need to do laundry.
Yep. We do need to do laundry.
That's what we're going to do with our day off is laundry, folks.
Yeah, definitely. Look, let's break this up a little bit here. The chat is becoming a little mundane, I would say, from not you, Meg,
it's
but
our fault.
laundry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I also want to share my artboard, and actually I want to talk about a couple things. So I have this painted bunting here. It's actually not a tropical bird. I think it lives I don't know. It doesn't matter. But one of the things I really like, and one of the things I'm kind of excited about with this army, because it's a little new for me, I'll admit, and it's a little scary, is just using a lot of different colors and just kind of letting the madness happen. I'm actually a little bit excited about that. So, for me, that's new. But the thing is that I kind of noticed that a lot of cool ideas, a lot of like beautiful animals in nature do this, right? So I have here the bunting, but if we go backwards, Meg, if you want to click on the little backwards button there, I have this mandrill here. Also, just like an insane clash of colors, right, on this thing. And I really like that a lot about, I don't know, like when we clash colors in design or fashion, it causes eyebrows to get raised a little bit, right? We're like, does that look good, or is that... what's going on here? But I think somehow when nature does it, it seems to be able to get away with it, like with weird, crazy animals. We just accept, like, okay, that thing has olive fur.
They're supposed to look scary, right? I wouldn't want to mess with that thing.
I don't know. I think it's actual, like, for mate attraction.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't want to mate with that thing.
Well, that's probably good.
Yep. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. But let's not be honest, it's not those colors.
Let's not be honest?
I mean, let's be honest, it's not those colors that make you not want to mate with it.
It just looks terrifying, and also it's a freaking mandrill.
Right. So, from the mandrill's perspective,
probably doesn't want to mate with
objective
me
achieved for not getting human women to mate with it.
Good job, mandrill.
Good job, mandrill. Moving forward along. Now, here is a poisonous dart frog, speaking of crazy colors in nature. These things I feel like often also kind of tend to have some of them have their colors, like this guy I specifically picked out for this reason. Like, he has two very distinct things going on, right? Sort of like the mandrill. Like, he has blue, and then it's like, well, on top, instead of whatever, like, putting thought into it, it'll just be black and yellow. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, I love that. Like,
yeah, this is another, it kind of goes with the birds that I picked out, because it's got this super, super dark contrast to push forward all these really cool patterns on it.
Right.
This bright yellow against solid black and very dark blue. It's really cool looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I also, of course, picked out some synthwave vibes here.
course.
Of course, Megan and I really did chat this army out.
Kinda.
Yeah. And I have here some pictures of some neon lights in Hong Kong. There's like a kind of like a movie scene from in the 90s. Hong Kong was making some cool like noir movies that often had this vibe. And I never would have known that, but I randomly took an international film class in college and got shown a bunch of movies from Hong Kong from the 90s, and that was actually kind of cool. And so this one, and then this classic synthwave. Actually, no, I went with a different one, which is a album cover.
Yeah,
but
I love this album.
I do love this album, but it's this group used kind of this classic synthwave picture. They also call this movement Outrun sometimes.
Really?
That's usually when it has more association with cars.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but they all kind of go together. Oh wow, we glued some weapons all over the back of this skink.
Yes. Is that not cool?
Is this plastic glue?
Yes.
Okay.
Did I
just don't know how I'm gonna.
Well. Yep. Anyway, Liberty Fires. Meg, the first episode of the 80s My Little Pony cartoon scared me as a kid. Had a demonic villain and an evil rainbow. Yep, I remember that. That turned ponies into evil dragons. I know. I liked it. It was my thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I know the first episodes of some of these shows. Remember Snorks?
Vaguely. I didn't watch that one. They weren't cute. They were
What?
weird. They're weird looking. They had beaks for mouths, right?
No, they have a little snorkel thing coming off the top of their head.
So who am I I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, but they're not cute. They're like little bean bags.
Bean bags? What? They're little. They're like Smurfs but underwater.
Smurfs aren't cute either.
Smurfs really aren't cute.
They're not. The only what's the cat? It's not Gargamel's cat. The cat's cute because it's a cat.
It has a hilarious name, kind of like Gargamel, but I can't remember.
Yeah. Stacks. When do you guys make Adrian come on and build and paint the bitten whale? I don't think anybody can make Adrian do anything.
Yeah, build and paint the what?
The bitten whale. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
And Laura, yes, grilling is what we'd call barbecue. Yeah.
Yes.
Same idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Does Adrian want to be on our show? He's got his own hobby show, I thought.
And I don't even know what the bitten whale is.
But sure.
Yeah.
Sure, man. Come on over. I don't know what that is.
Me
the
either.
bitten whale?
I don't know, yeah. Hey, well, one thing I learned is that kind of ironically, using a small dry brush to do this, it comes out way better than if I actually layer paint it.
Yeah.
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 Which is nice because it's also way faster.
Liberty Fire says, I don't bring dogs or burgers, but I'll bring chicken breasts, sirloins, or pork chops, and enough so they can be cut up and shared. Well, that's nice. But do you check with the organizer first?
Yeah, you might
That's
be upstaging them.
Yeah. Making them look bad?
Yeah.
With your delicious breasts?
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I have to admit, Liberty Fires, I'd be into it, but the first time you did it, I'd be a little surprised, but then I'd be like, oh, that's just what, Liberty Fires does.
This is just a Liberty Fires thing. And then they would call him Liberty Fires, which would be weird, right? Or we would.
Yeah, we would probably call him by his real name, which we know, but we won't share
I would
right
just call him Liberty Fires.
We won't share along with his address. Along with his home address.
Oh, my. Yeah, we won't do that.
Yeah, we won't do that in the show notes or anything after the show.
Yeah, that's not something we do here.
How are you doing, Meg? How's it going over there?
I'm okay. I'm getting to the point where I need to make a decision, and so I'm procrastinating by putting down another base layer.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Can we see you procrastinate?
Yeah, you can watch me procrastinate. It'll be fun. So I've got, I've picked out the feathers against, where are we at? This one. picked out the feathers against the blue. And I'm stuck on the face. I'm wondering, there's this nice like line work around the jaw and the eye, and I want it to pop, and I'm trying to decide if I want to use like white or just go like full yellow. But the problem is on this yellow one, it's already pretty yellow. So I don't know. I'm interested in chat's opinion, because that's what I'd be doing during a hobby hang. I'd be like, what do you guys think? But I'll keep thinking about it. Other things I can do while I think about it, instead of just procrastinating, I can actually make progress. You know what? I think that's it. I think that's where I'm at. I need to figure out the face. So,
Okay, I'll flip to me.
Yeah, let's flip to you. I think I'm probably going to do white.
Yeah, I'm figuring things out too here, but this is actually kind of nice. So, I'm, like I said, the dry brush, I was kind of shocked that the dry brush feels like the lazy way out, but it actually is way easier and way faster. And it's coming out better as well. So pretty much wins all around. Now, I will say one thing that's kind of interesting is I'm just going back and forth between two colors. So I'm putting the green down first. Excuse me, I'm putting the luminous green AK down first. Its coverage is kind of nice, but it's very yellow. Then I'm putting moot green over top of it. Then I'm going back over with luminous green, and I'm ending up with this this color that I'm pretty happy with, which is pretty greenish yellow, but leaning more green. So these three guys have their...
Oh, pretty.
Yeah.
I love it.
So these three guys are... That's how they're going to look. Then meanwhile, I'm also working on the yellow one.
The yellow one?
The yellow
guys. Not to
guys.
be confused with the white one? I mean, the red one?
Yeah, exactly. I'm covering the yellow here. Also using the luminous green and going back and forth. Instead of luminous green and moot green, I'm going back and forth from luminous green and lemon yellow, aka lemon yellow. So this luminous green is doing double duty here, but I think the yellow is nice. So yellow with the purple, green with the magenta, and then I'm gonna do the orange all next.
Nice.
Which is the troublemaker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The bad influence.
Yeah. But I'm thinking the yellow is gonna help. Going back and forth from the yellow and the orange. And I kind of like this anyway, going back and forth. It adds, like, the color is just not one color now, right?
Right.
Like, it's nice.
I think what I'm going to do instead of white is just a really pale yellow. So I'll mix some yellow and white. Bryce says, I just tuned in. My nids are inspired by my pet leopard gecko. That baboon is scary. Yeah, we saw your Tyranids. They're great.
Yeah, not a baboon. It's a mandrill.
Mandrill, yeah.
Bryce, please.
We knew what he meant.
And yeah, they are. They're weird animals. They're like the only mammal to have. I think they're the only animal or something. There's something about the blue on their face. Like, I think they're the only animal to actually have blue pigment. Because other blue animals tends to be like a light refraction thing or something.
Yeah, off the ocean.
The sky, yeah, or I don't know. There's something funky about it. That's weird, but there's something funky about. Maybe they're just the only mammal, or I can't remember.
Yeah. In Ren and Stimpy, was it a baboon or a mandrill that they were always running from?
I know what you're talking about.
It's like chasing.
I know what you're talking about. It rips like their faces
Yes.
off. Can't believe that show's for kids.
I can. It's great. I'll take that to my grave.
It's so funny. Yeah, sure. But it's great. It's just.
It's great for kids.
Yeah, it's great.
Makes them like us.
I don't remember. I think it was a mandrill.
I can't remember.
I think it was. No, I think it's. I don't know.
And Rafiki looked like a mandrill, but actually he's a baboon.
Oh, really?
He had like that face, like all the mandrill face.
They're pretty close. They look. Oh, he had the different
He had the colors on his. Yeah.
That's funny.
That probably is what tripped me up. I'm sure. Lion King. Hobby Collab. I've been pushing Adrian to do that for Mel's Idaneth army, so it's an Idaneth thing.
Oh, okay.
The white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that's going well.
Yeah. That army is
yeah.
also seems like a really exciting army to paint.
It's really annoying to play with. I mean, I don't know how it is for you, but like for me, I was like, I hate this because the rules are different every turn. I can't keep it straight.
It's an annoying army to play as and against.
Yeah.
You can kind of learn if you play against them enough. You know, you can kind of be like, oh, okay, here's their trick, but they are super annoying and they're really hard to play. Their skill level, their skill ceiling is very high. And you make one mistake and you're just done. Or if one thing goes bad, so much so that our friend Steven.
Hi, Steven.
I don't know if he's here right now.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm saying hi anyways.
But Steven had an army and just sold it all after a few games.
No!
Yeah, he was like,
he gave up.
He's like, I hate this. Stop play style.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I can see that.
Yeah, we
It's hard enough for me just to pick up the Legion of Blood rules.
Oh, right,
like
right.
special. Yeah, I'm like, what is this? This is not what I'm used to. But yeah.
But also a crazy army to paint. I'd like to give it a crack one day. I really love the sharks, alloplexes, and you can make an all shark army with
sharks.
Yeah, with like 10 or I think it's like 10 or 12 sharks. So I really would like to do something like that. The sharks are my favorite in that army.
Yeah.
Another little weapon coming.
Pretty.
All these little weapons are coming off.
I'm sorry. You know, just take them off.
No, it's okay. If they come off, it's good. But
stick them on after.
Yeah. No, it was figuring out.
Sometimes it's like, is this going to be easier to
Right.
put on? But they're so tiny. So I was like, well, I might as well put them on because I don't want to lose them.
Right, right.
And it doesn't seem to make a difference because I'm going to lose them anyway.
No, it's tough to know what should be sub-assembled or not.
Yeah, when something is that small, I don't like to sub-assemble it for the reason I just stated. I just assume I'll lose it.
I like sub-assembly of something like this because then I can just put them on cork wire and airbrush.
That's true.
Them all.
I know.
So that's probably like when we do the actual foot skinks.
Maybe that's easier to see. I need some dark background here, I think. I don't know. I'm trying, fam.
Yeah, when we try the foot skinks, we'll definitely leave things off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we learned from our mistakes, which is part of this.
Yeah. Listen, you assembled these, and I'm just happy for that.
That you didn't have to assemble them.
I didn't have to assemble, because I do hate
There's like 24 now that we have to do.
24 what?
Yeah. More skinks.
No, Meg. There's way more than that.
Oh.
There's at least 40. I think 40 is where we're going to call it.
Okay. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun, I think.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Let's see. I'm liking this.
But the skinks will, I think, go pretty quick.
You have a good system nailed down. A lot of washes. And after you figure it out today, it'll just make the rest go by so much faster.
It is honestly, and I know this has been controversial, but it honestly is airbrush slap chop, a bit elevated.
Yeah.
So, because we're really just Zenithal highlighting, and then...
It's a very useful technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's great with airbrush. Man, this luminous orange is...
Luminous? Orange?
It just doesn't like... It has kind of like a mind of its own as a paint.
That's scary.
Through airbrush, it's great once you dilute it down a little bit. But I also don't really know. I feel like this is... So, you guys here, I was asking Meg which one's the airbrush one and which one's not, and why we don't know the answer to that. And I like AK paints a lot. What I tend to do with them is buy two. If it's something I'm using in an army, and this is the color I'm using in my Slaves to Darkness army. And what I tend to do is buy two of an AK paint, and I basically take one of them right away and open the cap off of it, and fill it with airbrush medium until it's pretty much up at the top. So because it's not inherently an airbrush paint, but I like the colors and I like the line, so I pretty much keep one as an airbrush paint, Or sorry, keep one as a normal paint, and then the other I make an airbrush paint.
I think that's a good idea. I was focusing on what I was doing.
Yes.
So, what do you do when you empty out the first bottle? What, halfway or however far?
I just hope that over at the AK factory they're filling every bottle up exactly the same, and I just put thinner in until it's pretty much up to the top.
Oh, okay. So there is a little bit of space
there's
there.
Enough space
okay,
to
got
do
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should start labeling those.
Which ones are airbrush
Like,
and which ones are
put
not.
a big A, a big scarlet A.
It's been fairly easy to know for me up until now. This is the first time I've, like, even the other day you and I did this with the luminous orange.
And we figured it out.
We poured them both out and it was obvious. For whatever reason right now I'm like having a hard time telling the difference between the two. You said yours wouldn't be airbrush, right? You should have the one that's not an airbrush one.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Because I kind of feel like this one looks
because
thicker.
I didn't compare. But I'm happy to take the non-airbrush one if you want the airbrush one.
Here we go. We'll get a little bit of palette vision here.
Oh.
Okay, here's one of them.
Nice palette. Hi, Steven.
Okay, that looks pretty thick to me. And then here's the other one. Here's the other one. See, that's thinner. That's thinner. Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it breaking apart. Okay, so you actually have the airbrush one. I don't know if that's what you want, but I'm pretty sure you have the airbrush one, Meg.
Okay. Do you want it?
No,
Okay,
I actually don't want the airbrush one.
Great. I mean, it's fine.
Anyway, yeah, that's my jam with AK. And most of them work fine with like just thinning out the bottle like that.
Yeah.
Typically, I'm like, oh, that's it. That's all that's required. Okay, last.
Folks, don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. If you haven't already, send it to somebody who hasn't already, and have them watch 4 hours of content.
Yeah, listen, it's not much of an ask, but hey, I need you to just watch this for 4 hours. You can recommend the marathon.
It was pretty fun.
Or a collection of other things. But we would appreciate. We're not actually asking you to do that, but we are asking you to.
Oh, we're not. We're
not. Hey, you also watch 4 hours.
Something.
Yeah.
That one might do.
Yeah.
For
exactly.
no reason.
Yeah, where you don't want to be too crazy.
Yeah, don't do that to them, Zach. Don't be too crazy.
Yeah. Okay, and man, the orange is fickle. So I'm also now going in with a brush and just like dabbing a little bit on some of the scales. So okay, well, we learned that the orange is the troublemaker. That's okay. But now as I go through and paint as I do these units and do these mixes of 3 colors,
yeah,
I will maybe not favor the turquoise as much as I did here. I did 4 turquoise and 3 of the other 2. But now knowing how much work it takes. Or, I can just grow up.
Of the orange.
I can just grow up and become a more serious army painter.
When I made my zombies, I was like, which heads are the easiest to paint? It didn't matter because I had too many anyway. But I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
I did it with my Blood Knights, I guess. I actually like painting faces. Like, I find painting organic material easier. Or more fun, I should say. It's easier because I like it better.
Than like metal.
Than metals, which is why Zach is letting me do like the big dinosaurs and the Raptadons while he's taking the little guys who have like the weapons and the shields and other stuff. Stacks asked chat for a favor. So help Stacks, everybody. I asked chat, what color skin should I do with my splintered fang? I was thinking a purplish white. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Was that posted in our work in progress channel. It's been quite a whirlwind, so I can't remember everything that's been posted.
I don't know. Also, why can I not remember what Splintered Fang is?
Oh. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, here, I'm gonna, remind everybody that we're still on the Super Chat special. We have not monetized yet, hence the like and subscribe.
Yes.
But yeah, just add us, whatever you want to ask or have a shout out on air or whatever.
Yeah. Obviously,
I'm not gonna sing happy birthday.
No.
I thought about it the other day and I was like, actually, no.
There's a limit.
That was it. It's pretty wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, I'm a bad person. But, yeah, we love you guys. We love talking to you guys. I do miss hanging out in chat directly a little bit, but this way I get to keep participating, which is fun.
Yeah, do you get more done here or more
Gosh,
done?
no. Actually, you know what? I probably do get more done because when I was in chat before, I was just like, da, 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 da. Like, let's crack some jokes. Let's not pay attention to what's happening on screen.
Right.
So I surprisingly probably get more done on the show, which is surprising because, you know, we have things to do. We have things to do and people to talk to and questions to answer, but I'm a little more productive than when I'm in chat. The other thing I like doing was hobby hanging and having the show on.
Oh, yeah.
In the background. That was always nice.
Yeah. It's nicer to you know, just have other people around. And
it really is.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure if I get more done or less. I guess probably I get more done if I'm not doing this stuff. If I'm just like sitting down and hobbying. Mm-hmm. But also I don't know because I probably don't do it for as long because I get bored or, you know, go do something else. Yeah. So I don't know. You know, during COVID, we were doing a lot of my gaming group was doing a lot of these, and it was really nice actually.
Okay, Stacks just posted his Splintered Fang in the Discord, so you guys can take a look and help him out.
Oh, Splintered Fang is the.
Oh, you remembered.
Yeah, it's the. They're chaos cultists for Slaves to Darkness Army, and they're all like snaky. Yes, I know who you're talking about now.
Well, we'll take a look after the stream, but you may have an answer by then.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Okay, I think I've got these scales done. So I think they need a little bit of cleanup now. And I'm looking to see what else. I mean, obviously a lot more needs to be done on these guys. But what?
Obviously.
Yeah, hey Meg, can I have the brush cleaner?
Which one?
The Masters
This?
brush cleaner and conditioner, please.
Yeah.
I do love my little airbrush. I mean, excuse me, my little dry brush.
Oh, I love those dry brushes.
Yeah.
That was a good gift you got me.
The dry brush.
It was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah, these. It's funny because I've always just made my own dry brushes from old brushes, but actual.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Actual dry
this
brushes.
Is much better.
Kind of nice, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm finding on the white primed face, I have to go with white for the outline because it's just too bright. The yellow's too bright.
Oh, let's have a look.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a look at whatever it is you're talking about.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, wait, we'll use this guy.
Is it this guy?
How's that?
Let's see. Maybe point it. Yeah. So his little face has some white edge highlighting. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, it's a little blurry. A little more. A little more. Here's the other one. The blacks. Black prime. They're gonna look so cute together. Friends forever. I love it.
One of my favorite things about this unit.
Look how crazy they look.
One of my favorite things. I know. We're showing all the crazy birds. Okay, this guy too. Hold him by his tail.
Okay.
So we can put another skink on him.
I love how they're different.
Right. one of the things I love about this unit.
Ah!
Oh,
He fell. Put on your seatbelt,
he
sir.
just didn't illustrate. I was about to make the point that I love how there's no saddle.
Oh yeah.
Right, they're just like
It's glued in.
they just hop on the back and they're like, let's go.
Oh, here you can kind of see it against my dress because it's dark.
Yeah. They're crazy. But this is
They're insane.
This is what I was saying. Like, I really actually wanted. I like the idea of just like, I think I was a little reluctant at first. That some things I wanted unified. There's a degree of unification that I was looking for, and quite honestly, we'll get a lot of that.
You were stressing.
We're gonna get a lot of that from our bases. The bases, I have something really excited planned for.
Yes.
But the thing is that I think it's like Lisa Frank. It's like you just say, okay, every color's a color.
Just say we're going all in.
We're going all in
every color.
with every color, and you just get like this. That's the vibe, right?
Which is not how I normally like to paint.
No, I think most people would say that sounds like a horrible idea.
It's crazy. It's like a little bit much, but it's like also just really enjoyable to look at it and be like, look at how crazy this is.
Yeah,
I love it. Not directly inspired by, but one person that I follow that is also does like really crazy bright colors all the time is Dyson Demons on Instagram. I highly recommend to follow if you like bright, colorful paint jobs. But their work is like, it is meticulous. Yeah, like everything would be a different color, like an individual thing. Like this whole frill, I think, would have just been like, in fact, I think they have their Raptadons on the Instagram account. So if you guys should go check it out. They have some very colorful Raptadons.
You can't really have a hobby Instagram account without having just painted Raptadons.
It seems to be so.
We're aware of this. This is why we're remedying the situation.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else, we have the box, and we were like, got to do the Raptadons first.
Oh my gosh, Liberty. Okay, Soup says, pretty sure I've mentioned lately, but I have karaoke coming up on Saturday. You get one suggestion each. What am I crooning? I think I already said the Rickroll song.
Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Ainsley.
Yeah. So that was my pick. I think Soups would do a good job. He shared some of his old karaoke, and it was really good. Like, what was the song? It was by Tenacious D. I think it was F for Gently. Okay. And I was like, you sound American. It's so weird. Because that's like what happens when you sing, right? You kind of just like match what you're hearing.
Right.
It was just so weird. Yeah. You should share that, Soups.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put you on the spot.
The weirdest, most awkward. Remember when we saw that guy do Alice in Chains?
Yes.
Here Comes the Rooster.
It was so good, but so weird.
It was
like
so weird.
Who
it was
karaoke's Alice in Chains?
Why was that even available? It was like a party vibe, and it was like everyone was hanging out. Actually, at a Star Wars themed bar. We were all hanging out at that.
Was a cool.
At 7 Stars.
It was a cool bar, but it smelled like kitty litter.
It was like cat litter.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Or urinal cakes, honestly.
Yeah, that's really probably
what it is.
it.
Yeah, the whole bar smells like urinal cakes. So
it's great.
And
highly recommend.
Then the other thing is they're weird about food. Like they say they have food, and then you go and they're like,
they really don't.
Oh yeah, no food right now. And we're like, oh okay. Good thing we ate before we came.
Except we didn't.
Except we didn't.
Yeah, we were like expecting a burger, as one does at a bar.
Yeah.
Bar food.
So other than that, pretty cool bar. Actually, in all seriousness, it is a cool bar. Other than those,
yeah, it's fine.
Those two kind of big deals.
I think I'm gonna do pink toenails on these guys.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
I mean, just why not? Why not add a whole new color?
It's not. I have pink in their rainbow. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the Vegas Nights. No, sorry. I'm gonna do this Air Night Lord's Blue from Citadel as like the base of the toenails, and then go over it with that. Cuttlefish pink.
I'm doing little green eyes.
Oh, they're so cute.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Okay.
I approve.
Little bright green eyes on these dudes.
Liberty has...
Oh, I'm supposed to pick a song for Soups.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Whoops.
So...
Someone's not a seasoned producer.
So, not that. Yeah, definitely not that song.
Okay.
This is a real party killer.
Yeah, but that's funny.
Yeah, it's just I think this song's about
Oh,
Vietnam.
I know. How about Wild On?
No. So how about who's that guy that you like? Andrew.
That one
Andrew
guy?
W.
Andrew WK! Yes! Yes!
Yeah.
I'm just screaming though. I don't know. Yeah, do
But
that.
but the thing is, like that's good karaoke music because that's like fun.
It's time to party.
Right, it's
Let's
all-
party.
And then like if you look him up, he has this like thing now. He's going around and trying to teach the positiveness of partying. That's like what he's been doing,
Yes.
and it's pretty cool actually. So I would say something by Andrew WK for sure. Soups would be my recommendation.
Yeah, that's a really good choice actually.
So good.
We are coming up to fan stuff. We'll probably do that at 6. Just hold your horses, everybody.
Yes, please.
But it is coming. We would never forget. Liberty Fires says, your content has been great for the last week. Well, that's a relief.
That is a relief.
I'm curious if you create other content like podcasts. He's throwing me a bone here. Isn't that nice of him?
Right, yeah.
Do you have a podcast related to your other passion like movies? I do. It's in my Discord profile. I don't need to plug it too much here for our thing. But yeah, I love horror movies. And I love talking about them. Zach, do you have side?
Nope.
You've talked. Yeah, no,
This is
you
kinda
really
what-
don't.
this
This
is
is
what-
it. This is
this is it.
the only thing Zach likes. So
I like cooking, but I just like
that's true. But
do
you
that
don't.
just do that for myself.
Yeah, and me.
And Meg.
Yeah,
And
we
friends,
had burgers last night
and friends and stuff, but
and fries.
I don't do anything public with it.
No time. It's kind of tough, and I couldn't do my podcast without my friend Kate, who you guys might see in the Discord. She's part of the cast. She helps write skits. She's a writer, and she's very funny. So I'll plug her instead of the podcast. Let's see. Ty, are y'all excited for the new AOS pack? How do you feel about the change to 1-year cycles instead of 6 months? I'm happy about that because I can't get things to stick in my brain. So that's a plus for me. I will not get tired of the rules. I will just grow to love them and be sad when they change it in a year. What about you, Zach? What about this pack?
Good question, Ty. I'm very excited for the new pack. So much so that like Meg and I were thinking about trying to get a game in, and I'm kind of like in that stage. I'd rather just wait for the new pack at this point, which comes out Saturday, I think. Meg and I have been working really hard on this, and even as much as I love AOS, I have really
oh my gosh,
I've really not been keeping up with things.
I am so concerned for Old Town Throwdown.
Yeah, so I am excited. Steven caught me up on some of the new changes. Actually, I think yesterday even.
Yep.
So I know very little that's going on. It sounds like daughters are going to be cool again, which I'm excited about.
We really know very little.
Very little. Sounds like daughters are going to be cool again, which I'm excited about. And yeah, other than that, I don't really have a ton of I'm very excited.
But why?
But why, I don't know. Because I don't really know what's going on.
Oh boy.
I know it's like centered around small wizards. I know that it's going to be interesting for my Beast Claw Raiders who have no wizards, but I'm kind of looking forward to that. I know they get cool things anyway. Like if you're not a wizard, you get other things to help make up for it. And frankly, my Beast Claw Raiders have never really participated in the season anyway. They just murder things, so it's always been not really a big deal. I don't know. I'm excited. The game is in a really cool place right now. I'm excited for the 1 year for sure. Like Megan was saying, Steven was saying the same thing. You get it in a groove, and like it's 2-3 months in before you really even know what you want to do with the season, and then it's halfway over. So
yeah.
The 6 months is too insane.
Too insane, even for us.
Too insane, even for people. Yeah, I mean, when I was playing a lot of AOS, but
I was playing AOS every day for like a month.
Yeah, so There you go. Thank you, Ty, for asking an AOS question. I am super excited. We're painting AOS today. Eric Haas, we know this guy.
Yeah.
Zach,
Eric.
I know you're a fan of papercraft plans for bases. Do you do anything to prepare them first, or do you just cut them and glue them on? Got some of my own I'll be using soon. Listen, Eric,
That's a good question.
I have to tell you that I have become a little bit less of a fan of them after you've purchased them.
Oh, no. Zach?
I've heard that people do some things to prepare them. You should look that up. I didn't do that. And
Bent.
yeah, I think
Broken.
I also think it depends how you
On the floor.
like anything, they're going to like anything, they're going to get damaged when you are taking them in and out of transportation. They're not going to get damaged on the table, right? Like people aren't like you're not grabbing at your own models like a monster and crushing them. Like you're just playing. Everybody knows how to not damage their models while they're playing. Everything is damaged in transportation. Putting it back in a case or taking it out of a case. So if you have like one of those magnet cases where everything's kind of just getting set down and then you're sliding a shelf in, then I think they're good. But I really think you have to think about transportation if you're going to use these paper plant for bases. I did not exactly, and then I kept using my normal system, which is these KR multi-case foam that go in these boxes or go in a case, like a travel case that I have. And they've gotten fairly chewed up on my Soriani, honestly. So I act to the point that I think probably at some point it's an army that I'll have to rebase.
It seems like the kind of thing you could take like Elmer's glue and just Elmer's glue it before you put it on to help stiffen it, maybe.
What I did do...
But yeah, you're right. There's probably tutorials out there for that.
I know there are.
Yeah.
What I did do, Eric, that was a little different is... many of them I did airbrush. And what I did is I left them... I did not take them off their paper. I left them on their paper. And what I tended to do was, like, they come in these different dark greens and light greens. And, like, if they were, like, moot green or something like that, one of them is, I think, the fern... I would like take yellow and kind of airbrush around the edges to just give it a little bit of shading and color, and then you punch them out. It's the easiest thing in the world to do if you've got an airbrush, and it's easy. It's actually a great way. It's actually like a great my first airbrush activity.
Oh, my first airbrush.
Honestly, like it's very easy to do, but I did add color to them, a little bit of depth with like yellows and bright greens against dark greens and medium greens.
Yeah.
That's
right. I remember you doing that.
Yeah, and then I didn't. After that, though, I didn't do. I'm really thinking here if I varnished or did anything, and I don't think I did. So
oh boy.
Yeah, I can't help. Good thing that wasn't a monetary super chat.
Yeah.
Because the answer is,
ridiculous.
The answer really is, hey Eric, I don't like those things anymore, and I can't help you.
Welcome to the hobby collab.
Yeah, I mean that is it is honest. It is honest.
It's honest.
But the best nugget out there is think about your transportation, because it's a thing. Barry says, I'm getting released from hospital early tomorrow. What are your top 3 sea beasts / fish adjacent life forms?
Okay, well, dolphins. I love dolphins.
Okay.
That's a sea beast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Megalodon.
Oh, yeah.
That's an obvious one. I mean, it was named after me, so I have to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys go see the movie when it came out? The Meg 2 is coming out.
Is it?
Right? Did I miss it, fam? I'm supposed to go watch it with some coworkers.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, Megalodons. Pretty neat. Sea beasts.
What else?
You can think. You can start answering. I just need to do one more.
I like cuttlefish and nautiluses a lot. I think they're cool.
Those are cool.
I like how like sometimes there's these weird animals like chameleons and stuff where like they get all the weird things.
Sea beast.
I know, but like cuttlefish are like one of these things where they get like all the weird things. Like their evolutionary way of lasting forever is like I'll just have a bunch of weird things that I do. Like I'll shoot ink, I'll change color.
Scary.
I'll have a shell. I'll have a shell.
Yeah,
I'll just be a psycho, right? Chameleons are kind of the same. They're like, I'll have a long tongue. I'll have eyes that go all over the place. I'll change color.
They are weird.
Right?
But
Like
they're so cute.
yeah, platypus.
I like these pink toes.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't think of a platypus as a sea beast.
No, they're not
just
sea beasts. I'm saying like.
Got it.
Sorry, I'm saying I like when like these different animals are just like lots of times all the weird things end up on one animal is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Do they have to be real?
Like if they had here to wargamers, they'll say like the Nautilus or the platypus or the chameleon data sheet or war scroll would have a ton of rules on it, and you'd be like, wow, this thing does all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the sea beasts have to be real?
You know, I don't know. He didn't specify.
There's no specification.
Liberty Fire's rules, traditional Liberty Fire's rules would say no.
Yeah, but this is Barry. What are Barry's rules? And should we just make assumptions until we get to the bottom of chat and see what Barry says?
I think so.
I'm gonna. Oh, okay. So I said dolphins, and Meg, and that makes the third one so hard. So like dolphins. Dolphins are a whale. So I should have said whales because that would cover like humpback whales and dolphins.
No, you can't do
and
that.
narwhals.
No, that you can't do. I'm saying you can't do that.
All right, fine.
You can't do. You can't.
I can't cheat.
No, and then plus, like, do you really like those like stupid porpoises? They're so
Yes, they're
stupid.
cute. Like dolphins are cool. I mean, dolphins are interesting because they are very cute, but they're also jerks. But they also like to just like mate for fun, and I'm into that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Dolphins are just interesting creatures, I guess is what I'll say. They're multifaceted like us. So if I'm not allowed to pick just generic whales and I'm allowed to pick something fake, then I'm gonna go with mermaids.
Mermaids.
Yeah.
Mermaids is a good pick. I
Pretty
think.
cool, right?
Yeah.
Or no, wait, a kraken. I should pick kraken. Or leviathan. Yes. Is that like a sea dragon?
I don't know.
I think it is. It's like a monster from the ocean.
I was actually going to ask, what's the difference between a kraken and a leviathan?
That's a good question. I actually don't know the answer. I'm assuming that a kraken is a type of leviathan.
Oh my god, we're making some dangerous
I'm
assumptions.
making it up on the spot. I don't know if I'm right or not. So, yeah, I'm not gonna.
I've always thought orcas were pretty cool.
That's true. You do like orcas.
I like how they're just weird. They're also jerks. That seems to be like goes with the territory thing. And out in the ocean, all the
gotta be a jerk to survive.
The clever, interesting ones, and also like both dolphins and orcas are like super like cool with humans. Like they don't attack humans.
Yeah, they don't
like
mess with us.
yeah. I don't know,
Let's
kind of
see.
interesting. Anyway, we've got Barry. Awesome that you're getting out of the hospital.
Yes, so happy
by
for
the way.
you.
And hopefully you'll be painting soon.
Yeah.
What else we got, Meg? Any
Let's see. Let's get this one from Stacks in before we go to fan stuff.
Okay, this is a traditional. I can already tell looking at it. Psychotic Stacks question. I love it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Will you guys do Raptorix for an S2?
Slaves to Darkness. Oh,
okay.
Raptorix. Sorry, I thought you were saying like, are you going to make
Raptor? Sounds just like normal
It's
Warhammer
a normal
words.
question. Sorry, Stacks asks some funny questions sometimes.
I know, I love Stacks.
I would like to see a colorful version of them. So that's funny that you asked that. I was thinking you said, are you going to do Raptadons?
Glad you asked.
Like, are you going to make a Raptadon Slaves to Darkness unit?
Yeah.
But Meg, Raptorix are those crazy little birds that are like the Roadrunners I have. Remember I showed them to you?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I want to. I actually said, Meg, if you want to paint these, you can. And I don't care how you paint them.
Oh, yes.
You can paint them like a psychotic color.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yes, those are so cool.
I do have them because they come together with the Furies. And I think the Furies are pretty good. The Raptorix I actually don't think are that good, but they're still really cool.
Yeah.
And they do have some like in game. They have some funky synergy if they're near a monster, I think. And so I do have the Vortex Beast that I painted on stream last week, or worked on stream last week.
Do this instead.
So to answer your question, yes, absolutely. I have him, I have 6 of them, and I think they look really fun to paint. But I'm definitely gonna let Meg paint them.
Well, what I want to do with them is I'm doing the eye now. It's gonna be pink.
Oh, let's go take a look.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Wait, this one?
No, sorry.
Zach,
You're right.
I took care of it already.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna base the eye in white and then go over with the pink because the pink is kind of viscous. So yeah, you were telling me that I was gonna paint those.
Well, I said you could. I wasn't. I don't just. Hey, Meg, you're gonna paint these.
Oh right. We don't want to say that in front of the fans.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I didn't say, "Hey, Meg, you're painting these."
Meg, you're painting these. I want to try painting them all black with like rainbow frills.
Oh yeah, that'd be super cool.
Yeah, I think that would look neato.
And they are chaos, so they are like
which I love.
Crazy, scary, mean monsters.
I do love chaos.
So I think black with rainbow frills is perfect.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
We want to do some fan stuff, Meg?
We should do fan stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Can I pass these to you? You can check out, see how I'm doing on these.
What if
You're paint master on this project, right?
Oh, fun! Thanks. That's fun.
Like Saray was paint master on the Legion
I'm
of
the
the
paint
Damned.
master.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you guys are in for a treat.
Okay, so I'm starting some edge highlighting. I haven't started edge highlighting the scales yet, but I have started edge highlighting their faces.
Oh, they're
and
so cute.
their little frills on top.
Yes, I like it. I like the edge highlighting. It's nice.
The edge highlighting is going to be big.
Yeah.
And it actually plays into the synthwave.
You gotta
thing
make
well.
sure that you yeah, you're right. You edge highlight the lips so you get his little smile.
Yes.
I want his little smile to come.
Some of them I have. Some of them it's more. You can check. I put a few down here. Some of them it's more prominent than others.
Oh, I can see what you mean about the dry brush because now you have to go in and clean up around.
It was even uglier though without the dry brush. The dry brush actually made it less worse, I think.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. What color are you gonna paint this horn? Metallic?
I don't know. Yeah.
Like, do they have
metal?
They have metals?
Yeah, they have metal.
Are they still in the Stone Age?
We kind of want to think they don't because Aztecs didn't, and so the implication is maybe since these guys have a lot of Aztec styling, that they shouldn't. But I was thinking some of these guys have shields here. Let me hold up a guy with a shield, Meg, if you would.
Sure.
Like that guy. I am kind of thinking about doing the shield and like a
face on this one is so nice. The head is so bright.
Like a little black obsidian type thing.
Maybe sink orange into the recesses. So like they paint them, they like design them to match themselves. That could be cool. I don't know. I really am into like sinking bright colors into the recesses on this stuff.
I know, but
I love how it looks.
It's sort of sloppy. It's sort of a hard.
It doesn't have to be.
No.
But yeah, I like how these are coming out. They're super pretty.
Okay, I'm gonna hit start on fan stuff, and while we talk about the first thing, I'm gonna go grab a different color because I am edge highlighting, and I just started edge highlighting this guy with wine red, and it's
magenta.
The
contrast,
magenta,
yeah,
and it is actually like a dead match. Like,
well, that's a bummer.
So it looks great, and I'm glad I found it because I can use it to maybe clean stuff up here, but it's not an edge highlight. And you have this one over there called Dead Red, aka Dead Red.
Yeah.
And that one's like kind of pink, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that'll work. Okay, ready for some fan stuff?
Yeah, let's do some fan stuff.
There we go.
All right, this is from Zell Nasty. Hi, Zell Nasty. Posted a ton of pictures of these, what are they, squigs?
Squigs,
yeah. Yeah, and they're this really cool purple color. There's also some Trogoths that are in the photo set that was posted that he cleaned up from, I think, eBay. Bought some from eBay and cleaned them up a little bit. Really nice job. Really colorful. I love looking at these in a huge unit.
So wait, he got this off of eBay and cleaned it up? No.
Oh, okay. Some other models.
I should do that more.
I mean, when I buy stuff and it's fully painted, I'm just like, yep, I'm done. I'm moving on. So kudos to you for actually going in and doing the work to make those look better. But yeah, I love these. I think the models are so cute too. So I'm always happy to see squigs. That's kind of like a me and cat thing, huh?
I think it's a kind
maybe just everybody
thing.
Yeah.
I don't like them though.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. You know, they're okay, but I think I'm like among people that like them less. You know, I don't know. I like the spiders.
Well, I see a bunch of hearts showing up, so I don't know what the delay is, but I don't know what they're reacting to. I'm hoping it's not what you said about not liking squigs.
They're like, we love this
They're
guy
like,
for hating
oh,
squigs.
yeah.
I do like squigs. But it's like, you know, I don't feel compelled to paint squigs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to do like rainbow bright squigs. Like they're all just a different color. I love that. I love rainbow stuff.
I know.
Makes you want to collect them all.
I know. That's what we're
doing.
Literally what we're doing right now.
Okay, the doctor painted this Tau. Wait, don't tell me, Zach. Is this a devilfish?
Yeah, it is a devilfish.
I got it. It's really nice. I like the white's so nice and clean, and the red has some cool patterning on it. It's a really, really nice job. Did you look at it, Zach?
I did.
You're not
and
looking
it has
at it. Keep looking at it.
I did.
It's really pretty.
This actually was posted a while ago. By a while ago, I mean like 6 days ago.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
We did fan stuff. I think it actually is like it almost like missed being on fan stuff last week, I think. Which is fine, but what I'm saying is I have been looking at this and it's super cool.
So you guys might notice in the Hobby Finished channel that I'll stick a Hobby Collab logo emoji on every so often. And that's my tracker for keeping track of the last time, where we left off, like who was not in the last stuff. And this was after my little marker, yeah. So I do have a system. But you'll see, and that'll be you'll know how far Meg got before she was scrambling to put this together for the stream. So yeah, really nice work. Thank you, the doctor.
That's good too that you do that, because like sometimes we try to get ahead of schedule, and so we might make it the day before, but then we know it'll go back. And...
Yeah, I don't like to do it the day before because people are always posting stuff, and I want to try to get as many people as possible.
You don't want to be like, oh. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you missed the cutoff 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Some random cutoff.
Right.
So this is from our Steven.
We know this guy, yeah.
We know this guy. I referred to it as Spawn the other day, but it's not. It's Venom, and I did know that.
And
really
you've
nice
opted
job.
here for the butt pick.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you turn it around to the front, you get the other side. But you also get the tongue blocking this nice spider work.
Oh, I see.
So
okay.
I thought the spider painting was very nice. And then, yeah, also comes with a nice view of a butt, which everybody likes.
Wait, you said earlier, you just said something interesting, which I thought, is that if you turn it around, you get the other side.
Yeah, you get the other side.
I just like
That's what happens when you turn things around.
Right. I like...
Well, Stephen, thank you for sharing both sides of this model, which allowed me to pick my favorite side.
Yeah, Steven was saying that this was actually a real
This is his favorite side, too?
Yeah. He was saying that this was a real nightmare to paint, and he actually hated it.
Which side?
I think the whole model.
Well, I love it. Thank you for sharing it, Steven. It's great.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah. Nice. If you want to see the front side, go check out Hobby Finished.
Yeah. At this point, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can see the tongue work. The tongue is really nice.
It is good tongue.
I do love the
good
tongue.
tongue work, Steven.
Yeah. Nice tongue.
Nice tongue. Good. Yeah.
Rudy's back. So Rudy had to sign off before the stream started. It's like starts at 2:30 a.m. for him. Poor thing.
Yeah.
But Rudy was a big character over at Hobby Titans, so I'm so happy that he found us here. And thank you, Rudy. And thank you, a lot of you guys put your names on these, which saved me some time. But Rudy put all of these pictures of this terrain board in the Hobby Finished channel. And I think everybody had a nice time scouring. It was hard to pick because I liked all of them and I wanted to pick the whole table. But when you do that, you know, it's just, it pulls back so far. So you lose a lot of detail in this show. So go into the Discord, check out all the pictures that were shared because they're really nice. And this is a really nice table that Rudy did for his community. So thank you, Rudy.
Thank you, Rudy. Yeah.
Thank you for being here. I mean, you'll catch this in the VOD, but yeah, we appreciate having you around.
Rudy's in the armed services. He's deployed. And that
Yeah.
must be that that's its own ups and downs. Kind of, I was chatting with him about it. It's cool things, of course, and fun parts, but also not. And he's lamenting, not being able to do a ton of hobbying, and also being in a weird time zone for a lot of this stuff. But hopefully you're back in the States soon.
Yeah.
Rudy, yeah.
We can't wait to have you back.
Awesome. Oh.
What?
Oh.
Liberty!
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Liberty put his name on this as well. But yeah, he was working on this and shared it a while ago. Again, like a few days ago, I think, right?
Yes.
Really nice and clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the red and green. Those are like green tubes, or
yeah, this
they're
thing
like
has
glowing,
like
right?
tubes and yeah, it's a demon engine.
Yeah.
So it's like a demon in there.
Ooh. Is this a mecha or mech? I mean.
No,
No?
I don't think that.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think that's a good
Like a
question.
demon
though.
mech? Brett, tell us.
Yeah, are demon engines demon mechs?
Yeah. I mean, it seems like they might be. There are, again, more pictures of this in the Discord, so go check them out. And thank you, Liberty.
Yeah, thank you. And good luck with the tufting. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
We don't know this user, actually.
No. Is this Hugin? Huggin?
But we're super excited
Or is it
to
a
see
silent G? Huin?
Human. Yeah, I mean, it could be,
Could
right?
be anything. But yeah, I'm going to go with Hugin.
I feel like Irish and Scottish names, like that language sometimes barely seems English to me. Like they have like really beautiful names.
We must drive them nuts.
I know, but they have like really like interesting names of places, and like like when we were watching Banshees of Inisherin, there's all kinds of like interesting names of like people with interesting names. I was like, these names have not translated to like American English, right? Like British names.
Yeah,
have.
I was trying to think of like corresponding names, but I don't want to sit here and just like dunk on Irish names.
I'm not dunking on Irish. I literally said they're
Zach.
beautiful
You
names.
said weird.
Anyway, this is probably just his handle.
Anyway.
Huggin. It's probably just Huggin.
Huggin?
He probably lives in Missouri, and it's just like his name.
Jeez Louise. Okay, anyways, these are Raptadons, and they look like they're on fire, and I love them. These were not in the Hobby Finish channel. These were in the Work in Progress channel, but they look very close to being done, and they are, they relate to what we're talking about today.
I'm kind of wondering if if the Raptadons are more or less done, and he's now working on the riders, because they do look very far
They're
along.
so cool. I just love
yeah,
these.
Really cool.
Yeah. Nice work on those frills, especially. Yeah, go check this one out up close. Galileo. Galileo was where I left off. I remember that.
Oh, okay.
This looks like Imperial guard.
Oh yeah, it's a Baneblade. Okay, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I was like, is this even a G for a second? Like,
well, I saw the little eagle thing on the front, right? The logo.
Yeah.
Right.
Their logo.
So I'm like, this has to be GW. I'm pretty sure it's Imperial.
Yes.
It looks like the way it's been painted.
Yes.
So I figured it out, fam.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, but it's really beautiful. What a nice tank.
Yeah.
It's very camo. The camo's nice. I love that.
This is a Baneblade.
Okay. Oh, that's what a Baneblade is? A tank?
Yeah.
I really had no idea what a Baneblade was. People were just tossing that around over at Titans, and I'm like, is this just the Beyblade joke? Like, what's going on here? What are they even talking about?
No, it's a giant tank.
So now I can put a face to the name.
And I think it's kind of famous for being, rules-wise anyway, it's everybody loves them, but I don't know if they've ever actually been that good, or like if you roll the right combination of dice, they just wipe everything on the table off. They kind of have like that thing going, because a lot of Imperial Guard stuff is what makes it fun and exciting is they're almost like orcs. They're not the most accurate, but they might have a really strong gun.
Yeah.
It might do a lot of damage, but you got to start by rolling a 4 up, right? And then you got to roll like not a 1 or a 2 to wound, and then.
Well, that goes without saying.
Right. So they kind of have this this reputation of being very unreliable.
Oh.
But when it happens for you, it's like you're like, yes,
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's why everybody loves them. I mean, that's everybody's favorite kind of unit.
I
Because everybody ends up with a story, right? Like if you own a Baneblade, everybody who owns a Baneblade has a story. They're like, oh, yeah, one time it one-shotted an Imperial, it one-shotted a Chaos Knight or something like that, or yeah, one time it one-shotted a Knight, or it took a unit, it took a Riptide out in one shot, and also a unit of Fire Warriors off on the side, like, and you're just like, yes, but then most of the time, it doesn't do anything.
Right. It is a dice game.
I think wargamers, we love those. We love those units those models that can give us those memories, like
like Cursive Insanguination.
Yeah, like
That's mine.
like your 17 wound Cursive
That's great.
Insanguination. Yeah.
All right, let's see who's up next. Broken Chef. Broken Chef posts a lot, and I don't know what this unit is. Do you know, Zach? But I really like the banner, and I thought the metallics look so nice.
Oh, these. Sorry, let me put my glasses on.
I like the little feathers, but
These are Lumineth? Are these Lumineth? Let me see. Yeah.
Okay.
Right? No. Yes, these are Lumineth. Yeah.
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 Well, they're really pretty. And I also wanted to call out that Broken Chef kicked off our Hobby Critique channel. We do have a channel, a newer channel called Hobby Critiques. That's where you should post stuff that you want serious feedback on. And it doesn't have to, it's not necessarily going to come from Zach or I. Like, we'll try to pop in and give feedback where we can.
Mm-hmm.
But it's for us to give, as a community, feedback to each other. So really brave to be the first one to post in there because, it can be scary to get feedback, I think. But that's the only way you can really, I mean, not the only way, I shouldn't say that, but it's a big way to grow, is to get feedback.
Yeah, Saray dips in there a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
Gives
Kat,
great feedback.
I'm sure Kat will as well. Saray's been
Yeah.
giving some great feedback, and he's obviously an amazing painter, so it's nice.
Yeah. And just wanted to note, when you do request feedback, a good tip is be specific. What exactly do you want feedback on? It's kind of hard to give feedback when it's just like, well, tell me what's wrong with it. Well, that could be anything because everyone has a different painting standard for themselves.
Also, from a perspective of giving feedback, it is nice to know what somebody might want feedback on, because otherwise, just kind of saying like, hey, I posting and not like specifying what you would want feedback on can be a little scary for the person giving the feedback, because they don't want to be rude, right?
You don't want to call out something that somebody's really proud of and they're like, actually, I'm fine with this level.
Right.
So just try to be specific when you're asking for feedback, because it will help you get better feedback. Thanks, Broken Chef. Nick. Oh man, Nick's been working on this, had been working on this for so long. I remember back in January when I first had my medical leave and I was hobbying like every day. It was usually with Nick. And he had been working on this for a really long time, and it's really nice. I love the cold versus hot going on with this model. Really pretty. Really nice ambient lighting too. Nice OSL. Did you see this one in the Discord, Zach?
I'm going to look in 1 second. Sorry, we've got to charge our iPad.
Whoopsie.
That thing went from 100 to 6 in
that would take down the stream.
A couple hours, yeah.
But yeah, this is like, what is
yes,
this guy?
I did see this,
I forget what this is. And, like I said, I hobbied with him every day, but I still can't remember.
Yeah, this is not a GW model.
Okay, then that's fair that I can't remember.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what I'm most used to.
Right.
But anyways,
we want to
it's
change
beautiful.
that. We want to get...
We do.
Yeah.
We do. I'm just not there yet. Cody SC.
Oh, yeah.
This is Michael Cody. This was also in work in progress, but I just, I saw it when I was grabbing the Raptadons, and I was like, wow, this is just really beautiful. I love this cape. It's so clean looking. Yeah. I think it's a really nice looking model so far. And it's a work in progress, so it's not done yet.
Yeah, he's crazy good at this is interesting. I'm gonna use the word dox. I'm not actually doxing him, but he mentioned that he had a previous Thousand Sons army that he sold off because he wanted to paint a new one and make it better. And man, like I think I've seen some of his old ones, and like he's really putting a lot of effort and energy into this because it looks amazing. The cloth there looks amazing, and God, I painted some Thousand Sons, and guys, they truly do suck to paint. You hear horror, yeah, they do. You hear horror stories, but they really are a nightmare to interact and deal with, and there's just so many things to get wrong. There's so many things to get wrong on these models, but it's a beautiful army. It's like a labor of love type army, I think, to paint. The only nice thing is that they're very elite, so it's not a ton of models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think we have one more in our slideshow. And this is Black Falcon.
Oh, little
40K.
Seraphon.
Yeah. And again, you called this out last time. It's a nice contrast against that green mat, but they really pop.
Yeah,
and I love the cloaks in that front model so much. That's the kind of stuff I love painting.
Cloaks?
Yeah, like it's organic, right?
Cloaks
It's not metal.
Yeah.
The cloak and then the skirt or whatever it's called. I love this color too. I'm so curious how you got that color. It looks like magenta. If I were gonna try to get that color, I'd put magenta contrast over yellow, but this doesn't look like that. But it's really nice. Yeah, really nice, Black Falcon. Thank you for submitting.
Yeah, and Black Falcon, if you're around, are these Seraphon? Because that's my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Very excited to play my Seraphon and Tefed. Haven't gone there yet. Yeah.
A lot of good fan stuff today. So keep it coming. Make sure you guys submit stuff in all of our different hobby channels because we'd like to feature it or provide feedback or see what you've been working on.
Yeah.
And then again, if you see anybody hobbying in the hobby voice channel, hop in, join us, make a friend, or just listen, right? So you're not alone. We'll try to be in there whenever we can. We're very busy. Busier than we've ever been before.
Yeah, but go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say even yesterday we were working while we were hobbying and it was great. So we can do it as much as possible.
That's right. There's a lot. Yeah. We have a lot of things like these guys. One of these guys.
We're gonna be hobbying in there and working on them. Yeah.
So, Meg, we actually are almost out of time.
I know. Fan stuff took us to the end.
How are you doing on your things?
Yeah, so okay, my Raptadons, our Raptadons.
Our Raptadons.
Yeah. I'm feeling pretty good now about the color scheme where I have it. I wasn't actually all that happy before the show. Okay. Because I had tested something out that I thought would look cool and I was like, oh, this doesn't actually look cool. But if you want to zoom into me.
Zoom. Here we go. We're gonna use the guy right here.
I'll show you how far I got.
Okay.
With this little guy? Okay. Get out of here, mouse. Okay. So I'm gonna, let's see, got some dark frills. The faces have basically a white or very, very pale yellow edge highlighting. They're gonna have pink eyes. They have pink on black nails, and I think I'm gonna use gold for some of the metallic decorations that they have on them. And then I gotta paint the other side. I've only done one side. I also want to pull out some of these, like the texture of the muscles with like a solid fine line of the actual colors that I used. So I still have work to do on these. I want to put a lot of time into them. There's only 10, but I want them to look good. So they're going to be a little labor of love too.
I can
go faster too the more I do them.
I can update a little bit where I'm at too. And since Meg is paint master, I'll definitely have her check some of this out. Ooh, this guy's water paint was a little runnier than I wanted it to be. So fix that real quick.
You can have a little runny water.
No, not in this case.
Oh.
So No, don't want that. Okay, so I have finished. Let me click that there. I've actually finished their faces, which their faces really brought them out a lot. You guys probably won't be able to see too much going on, but you can see the faces are edge highlighted, and the edge highlight I also did on the quill. That red, that dead red was perfect for the magenta. Look at that. That you guys can see the pink there. So I need to do their teeth and their tongues. And now what I'm doing is I'm going through and starting to hit some feathers. And what I'm doing is I'm taking the edge highlight colors. So this guy was edge highlighted with dead red. And the turquoise guys were highlighted with this AK blue-green. You can see that here's one of the turquoise guys. His little face. And so what I'm doing is I'm using the different highlight colors. So this guy, I'm not going to make it any turquoise feathers. Actually, this guy happens to have no feathers. But this guy will get a turquoise feather, and he might get also the purple guys, last but not least, will get, some other guys will get purple feathers. So I'm kind of not adding any new colors to the army.
Right.
I'm literally sticking with the same colors that are being used to highlight the different skinks to paint the feathers.
Do you have any plans for this guy's flag?
Well, we need to do something wild with it, right? So
just go crazy.
I think it has to just be totally away from the color scheme.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking just a rainbowness. I probably will airbrush.
I think this should be metallic, maybe. The head, the face. And add... I don't know. I'm thinking out loud.
No,
anyway,
there's lots of options.
This is like one of those things where we're figuring it out as we go, which is sometimes very fun.
Kind of fun with this army, right?
And it's a crazy Lisa Frank synthwave army, so we can get away with it, I think.
We can. There's some stuff we're reining in, but I think like it's working pretty well. Did we get through all of our ads? Oh, there's one from Amsterdam. We just have
one last one from Amsterdam. First time I've been able to join live. Wish you all the best luck with the channel.
Thanks.
Good luck. Thank you. And we're going to see him.
Hopefully we get to see him here shortly while he's in our area. That would be awesome. Yeah.
I'm excited. We could hobby together. We could have him over for dinner.
Oh, yeah. We should do that.
We love hosting people for dinner.
We do.
Even though Zach does all the work.
Well, I do all the cooking. You're the fun one to talk to for sure.
That's nice.
Yeah. Hey, I think we did it. We did it. Yeah, we gotta stop. Oh
we
yeah.
Do.
We have like 2 minutes left.
We missed the 55. We missed the 25 mark.
Yeah, the 25 mark.
Zach likes to do.
So
they shouldn't try to end us early this time.
Yes, that's true. A half hour early. Folks, stuff is coming out in the next few days. Be on the lookout. Sunday stream 10 a.m. We'll be back, and we're doing something very exciting. I'm actually going to be leading the stream for the first time.
Heck yeah.
And very exciting. We're doing a kind of a terrain thing, but it's also sort of like a little... I don't know. It's not quite terrain. It's like...
It's kind of terrain.
It's kind of terrain, but it's also kind of an individual model.
It's like glamping up your terrain in a bit.
It's like a high-end glamping of terrain, right? So we're really excited for that.
Yeah.
Meg, anything else? Did we do it? How are you feeling?
Great,
yeah.
I think we did it.
Yeah, I think so too. I like where the Seraphon's army is going. We will be doing these guys more on stream in the coming months, so they'll be back. And like I said, we'll be working.
We'll pick something else to work on and another technique to try, and we'll bring them back.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, folks, as we like to say, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, and always be creating. See you guys.
Bye.